Hey, so I'm out here testing the Schwalbe Albert Radial mountain bike tires. I've been running Terravelt E-line, or however you say it, tires for a while, and then here in Germany in the wintertime it gets pretty wet and muddy and slippery, and so these Schwalbe Albert Gravity Radial tires are supposed to be practically the grippiest thing on the market. It's like the latest technology, and I'm a couple miles in my ride here, and man, they are super grippy. They absorb, all the bumps. It's a tremendous difference. Sometimes when you have mountain bike tires and you got tubes in them and you go to tubeless, and like there's a subtle difference in how smooth it is. This is it's like that, but like times 10. And then when I'm going uphill on slippery terrain, it's like you got tracks, not like you got wheels. So incredibly impressed. They are a little bit there's a little bit more rolling resistance, just a fraction. I mean, it's pretty good. I'm a heavy guy, 105 kilograms, about 230 pounds, and so I'm running like about 30 pounds in the back and 26, 27 in the front. It feels like I'm running, like a normal mountain bike tire, like at 10 pounds or something. I mean, it's incredible how much grip it's got, but it just doesn't feel, also doesn't feel like I have a lot more rolling resistance. So it's a situation where you got tons of grip, much more comfort, and just a little bit more rolling resistance, and probably not even more when you're comparing a similar tread. I mean, that Terravelt that I was running was more of a cross-country tire, and this is like a true trail tire. So yeah, just incredible. They're great. Here, let me turn it around and show you what I got. I'm running a Cube stereo hybrid 160, so it's a 170 millimeter fork and 160 in the back with 27.5 tires by 2.6. It's got pretty neutral tread pattern, really. I mean, quite a lot of blocks, slight ramp, on the front side. But when you look at this tread, you don't think monster grip or whatever. You think just good all around tire, and the fact that you got like a bigger contact patch is what makes it grip so well, supposedly. This bike, I had a 29-inch like Trek rail before this, and I felt like this Cube, after I'd gotten it, had a little bit more chatter when you're going over the real rapid bumps, and these tires are definitely smoothing that out a tremendous amount. I'll ride some more and give you my thoughts after I've put some more miles on it, but initial thoughts are just incredible tires. Okay, I rode about 7 miles today, and it was a really good day to test tires because I kind of had a little bit of all terrain. There was just a tiny little bit of dry stuff, hard pack, and it runs good over that. It's fine. There was quite a bit of mud, which it killed the mud. I mean, I barely ever lost any traction in that. When I had my old tires, pretty much anything I've ridden out here, probably the most aggressive tire I've ridden on this set of trails before today was like a Bontrager XR4, and even they would slip in some of the mud. The other thing that I normally have problems with traction wise is wet roots and rocks, and I rolled over all that today. I mean, unless I was just going ultra slow when I rolled it, it didn't slip at all. When I was going really slow, there was a couple places where it slipped. There's this one like off angle root that I hit that normally kicks my back tire out, that it just soaked it up and re-rolled right over it. You can see the tires. They are a revolutionary product. Earlier I'd mentioned they didn't have quite a lot of rolling resistance. There's more there than I thought. So on pavement, I rode a little bit on the road just to see what it felt like, and then it was pretty soft today. So I'm on an e-bike. I usually cruise around in eco and tour because I want to exercise. That's why I'm out here. That and have fun. And so I used a little more battery than I normally would today. I think, you know, it was a combination of the tires, and then it was pretty soft. So I mean, tons of leaves have fallen. There's a lot of debris out there. Normally that's a pretty slick ride for me, and today I had more traction I've ever had. But it was, you know, there was a few places where I used the motor to make up for the rolling resistance, and then on the road it's noticeable. There's like a noticeable amount more rolling resistance, but on an e-bike I think it's totally worth it. It's totally worth it if you're riding in places where you need a lot of traction, because I've never had more traction than I do with this tire. Maybe on a cross-country bike you wouldn't want to put these on there if you're running a lot of hard pack or whatever, but on gravel roads and things it seemed to feel fine. That's what I was doing my climbing on. The road though, it feels a lot more rolling. It feels like you get a noticeable amount more, and then in the soft stuff. So great tire, best tire I've ever ridden. Highly recommend. I'm excited to see what other radial tires Schwalbe comes out with. This Albert's supposed to be kind of like an all-arounder, and I know they're coming out with the Magic Mary and some others that I've never ridden them, but they're really aggressive. So that should be pretty interesting. It'll be interesting to see if this tire technology makes it into like cross-country tires. I don't know, we'll see. But I love it, it's great, highly recommend.